Hey everybody, this is Michelle.
And this is Julie.
Welcome to A Blonde, a Brunette, and a Mike podcast. What is our podcast all about, you ask?
Well, we're two 50-something women with life experience and, plenty to say.
Which is exactly what we're going to do right now.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Jules.
How's it going?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's Tuesday, and I am making my way through this week. No problem.
Making your way through the week and it's only Tuesday. Are you really thinking that way?
I am.
Well,
Yes,
I'm making my way through the week too. I had to force myself to go to the gym today. Force. Because I really wanted to go have like a French dip instead.
Oh, but you didn't do that? You just went to the gym?
Yeah, because Mary bailed on me and went and got her nails done. So I'm like, she's making me go to the gym.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I didn't get angry about it.
Well, that's good. Because you're hungry and you're driving, you just might be hangry, which might cause a little bit of road rage.
So that's our topic today, people.
That's it.
As we go into the holidays and we see so many things happening on the freeways or at the stoplights and stuff, we thought this might be a really good opportunity to talk to you guys and just say, hey, it's time to chill. We can chill.
Well, outside of that, road rage in Washington, and I must say probably more so the Seattle area, it's a thing.
Did you know that road rage in Washington is, we have some of the highest road rage incidents in the country, which seems so odd to me because we're so nice.
No, that doesn't seem odd to me at all.
Really?
Here's the thing. Okay. When I'm in Julie's car riding with Julie, so you have to know, she's just like, she's not a road rage type person. She never seems like she's in too big of a hurry to get anywhere. She'll let the person behind you go beep, beep to kind of give her a little nudge to move along.
And then I wave at them.
Yeah, she's just
and they're going, bitch, get out of the way.
That's like that ludicrous song. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Because I know that's what they're saying. Or just like they're doing this in the window and I'm like,
yeah. So that's probably why you're surprised. Now, I'm not saying I'm a road rage person, but there are times where the irritation really kicks in. And, you could say it's because of stupid drivers and all that, but I think with all the traffic we have here in general, no matter where you go, it used to be traffic would start at like 2:30 in the afternoon on I-5. And now it doesn't matter when you're going anywhere unless it's like 5 in the morning on a Saturday.
Well, we're waterlocked. And so, going into the city, we're waterlocked. But I got to tell you, it was like I was out north today. So 20 miles north of where we live and coming on I-5 South, hit the gym, got out of the gym. It was 4:30 and get on the freeway. And I look and it's literally a parking lot.
Yeah,
literally. And I'm just like, what the hell? There's no accidents, nothing. And so you see people trying to like skirt the little lights, where you're supposed to sit at the light and monitor traffic going, and they're just like, nope, I'm pretending I have another person in my car. I'm going through the carpool lane.
And so here's the thing too, I drive 522. Those of you that live in the Seattle area, you know what 522 is. It's that lake. It goes through right next to Lake Washington, essentially, and you go through Kenmore and Lake City Way and Lake Forest Park and Bothell. It's like you hit and then you end up in Woodinville, right? So there's a bus lane. And people, that's literally for buses only. And in the morning, the traffic really stacks up. So what people will do is they get over into that bus lane and they go past all the traffic and then go back in. And I'll be honest, it irritates me. I guess because I'm following the rules. And so I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. And I do talk to drivers. I do that. I talk to
like you were saying, you put your hand up like in front of the rear view mirror if they let you in, so then they can see that even if your windows are darkened.
I do that. I mean,
that's what you're saying.
I just mean like I talk negatively to drivers as they're doing that. I talk to them like they can hear me, and I know they can. But at the same time, I am that person that will wave and give a thank you.
Yeah.
I even say it out loud. I'm like, thank you. Like they can hear me. I used to say that
Mm-hmm.
to my kids all the time. I'm like, do you think they heard me? Um, but yeah, because that's the nice thing to do. If I let somebody in front of me, even though nobody else is letting them in and I let them in, I do expect to have a little hand wave, like, thank you. And
Mm-hmm.
when people don't do that, it irritates me.
Well, it makes you go, why am I letting them in?
Is it
But
wrong that that irritates me?
no.
I just think it's a nice thing to do. It's just like common courtesy gesture to the drivers around you, and then people don't get irritated and upset.
Okay, so I would have to say that I'm not a road rage person, but when there has been an opportunity, like someone has cut me off or they're just being jerks or whatever, I find that the F bomb comes very, very easily to my tongue.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, but then I realize, oh my God, it's like they could have a gun in their car. I am
that's
not
right.
doing that. Like I said oh, it was a couple episodes ago, we were talking about going down. I went down to this Mariners game and I sat in this traffic forever. And I just needed to get like 5 car lengths to get over to the
Oh
next row.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's like, I did everything the way a nice person would do it. And the guy just looked at me. He didn't F bomb me. He didn't do anything. He goes,
you're just like
no.
no. He
I
was
mean,
keeping
I even tried to be charming and it didn't work.
no. He was setting his boundaries.
Yeah. Those boundaries were kind of
Yeah,
redonkulous. I was
yeah.
just like, whatever, dude. Fine. But I'll let you in if you need to go. But anyway, so that's our topic today.
There, yeah,
So
we're just sharing some like obviously disturbing stories within ourselves, right?
yeah, so let's talk about like maybe the kind of road rage that we've run across. Have you seen like really aggressive stuff? Because in Washington, there's been a lot of these I-5 corridor road rage incidents with guns. There's been several in the
Yeah.
last few months.
Mhm.
And I don't really look at our area as being like, you know, Washington, D.C. kind of a thing where you hear about like all the crime and all that kind of stuff. This is not like that here. So I'm just
It
don't know
really
why.
it is though,
No,
Julie.
it's not that bad. It's
It
really not that bad.
it is.
No,
Yes, it is.
it's just our population's smaller.
No, see, you just got to get outside of shoreline,
No,
and it's.
I meant population in the state is smaller.
But I'm just saying that as far as crime goes, there, like, just look at the news on things that happen further south.
Well,
Auburn,
yeah.
10 Federal Way, Tacoma.
You know what? Stop saying bad things about our area because people are
It's not bad
no
things.
shade to all of you
No
people down in
shade.
King County.
It's just there's a lot of shit happening down there,
I
and
know.
it's not safe. So we live in our little bubble up here, and it's not even that because, they found a body in the trunk of a car like not 2 miles from here. So
When did that happen?
a couple months ago.
Oh, geez. Well, the gym over here that I like to go to, it's
Yeah.
on the like, I don't know, not the I-5 corridor, the Aurora corridor, which is kind of like this. It was the freeway back until the freeway.
You make Aurora sound so fancy, the Aurora corridor.
It's not
Aurora.
fancy.
It's Aurora, people.
I've never, we're going to do an episode on some of this trafficking stuff
Actually, yeah, we
because
should.
it is unbelievable some of the things that we see. But anyway, there's been shootings, there's a lot of drug activity, there's a lot of prostitution.
So yes,
And
people are carrying guns in their car. Back
Mm.
to the road rage.
Yeah.
Like this, it's definitely. Well, I have a coworker who last year, I think it might have even been 2 years ago now, but it wasn't that long. The last year or two, there was a road rage incident down in Renton.
Mhm.
When the guy got out of his car and came and shot in the car, and he had his like 10-year-old with him in the
That
car.
got killed?
And he got shot in the face though. He got shot in the face mid-afternoon. Like they were doing the whole road rage thing, and dude got out of his car at a stoplight, shot through the car, and off he went.
I mean, I kind of been feeling like maybe that's like we've got people that have a lot of anger management issues. I mean, I don't feel like I have anger management issues, but I could really get unhinged if someone pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty easygoing, but
Mhm.
all it takes is some stupid person who cuts you off, flips you off, whatever. And you're just like, really, people?
Well,
And all of a sudden, all your common sense goes out the window.
yeah, I think it's when they're outwardly being obnoxious. Like, if they're like tailgating you if you're driving the speed limit and they're all up on
Mhm.
your ass and things like that that's where I don't engage when
Mm-mm.
people are, it's like they're trying to pick a fight with you in
Yeah.
your vehicle, right? And I just ignore them. I don't look. I look straight ahead. I just, you can just tell when it's happening and just choose to ignore because to your point, too many people have guns now. And it's just like not even something to mess with. Go ahead.
I was just thinking about this is a couple of weeks ago on the freeway and I was getting off the freeway and this guy had been tailgating me. And
Mhm.
so just like you just brought that up, had been tailgating me. We get off the freeway and we're in like these turn lanes and I am in the left turn lane, he's in the right one. So he pulls right up next to me
Mhm.
because obviously he wasn't too happy with me and he starts revving his engine like that, like I'm going to race him or something. I mean, my car is cute, but it's probably not going to go as fast as your whatever you have.
Right.
So anyway, I just pretended like I didn't even see him. And thank God the windows in my car, the one I had before, are completely all darked out. So
Can
you
be
can't,
scary. I mean, when people do shit like that, it
I
can
know,
be truly, it really can be quite disheartening, like, unsettling, I guess is the word.
unsettling. Well, and
Unsettling. Yeah.
especially they could follow you home. These are
Mhm.
all the things you kind of have to think about. So, I would say that road rage in general, especially this time of the year, is probably more prevalent because we have people with more stressful situations going on. Money might be tight. We've got Christmas shopping. We've got, activities and events and all this other stuff that's going on. So you have to kind of I don't know, really take those things into an account when you're
Mhm.
when you're on the road because you don't want to be put in a situation where you're going to be defending yourself,
Right.
you know. So, what are some of the psychological factors that might pertain to some of these things? Like the any idea?
Well, I think as far as psychological, was that your question?
Yeah, like some of the things like we were talking about stress, impatience. What about
Mhm.
like they've got kids in the car that are screaming,
Right.
they're late for work or late for something, so they're
I
driving
mean,
a little more erratically.
you can just think of it as a pan of water, just like boiling over. It's
Mhm.
just you get to this point where it can't be contained, right? And people yeah, like you said, you just never know what people are going through. And yes, when people are late and
Mhm.
running behind, and you do have kids in the car, and there's like a baby cry, all that, just like so many different things,
Yeah.
right? Work can be stressful. Everything Everything in life is just stressful
It's all
now.
stressful. Well, I would say we talked a little bit before about traffic, and I think that's the one thing, especially if I've got to be somewhere. I it's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you try to choose the shortest line
It's
and it
never the
ends up being
short.
the longest line.
Yeah.
The other day I was at Trader Joe's and I got in the line that had one cart. Everybody else was lined up like out the door. And I was like, screw it, I'm getting behind the lady with the huge cart. And I ended up getting out of there before other people. I was kind of surprised. Anyway, total side note. I forgot where I was going with that. Congestion, traffic congestion. So,
Mhm.
um, one thing that I try to do when I know, like like when I used to drive home from downtown out, to Mill Creek, it's like 25 miles. It could be anywhere from an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, sometimes on really bad days, like an hour and 40 minutes. And I was in my car, same thing on the way in. And I would take that time to listen to music.
Mhm.
Obviously, I would
Yeah.
talk on the phone because I had hands free. But now people have podcasts, and it's funny because with the commuting, whether it's in your car, whether it's on a bus or light rail, like we have light rail, it's kind of like your time to listen to a lot of these
Yeah.
things that you wouldn't necessarily take the time to do otherwise. So I have found that I am exploring other like podcasts and things of different genres. I'm really into the true crime, so I like
You should
listening to some of
um,
those.
check out a Blonde, a Brunette, and a Mike podcast. I don't know if you've ever listened to that
You know
before.
what? I have heard that podcast, and those girls are hilariously funny.
But back to the music, my son drives for Amazon. He's
Hmm.
an Amazon delivery driver, and he recently, I noticed the music in my car would always be set to classical.
Yes.
And he listens to classical music all day while he's driving, because I asked him why, because I was surprised. And his reason was because of the stressful driving conditions, because he drives in Seattle, and it just keeps it all calmer.
And
And
they have,
when we went
go
to
ahead.
Usher, when we went to Usher and we popped in the Uber, right? And what was the guy listening to?
Same thing.
Classical music. So
Yeah,
he
because
said
it
the
kind
same
of
thing.
grounds you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am
Yeah.
not opposed to that at all. I think that's
Mhm.
actually because I mean, I'll pop in my regular stuff. I get through, how I am. I get kind of crazy on certain artists and then I'll just play them and play them and play them. But I'm trying to hear new things
Mhm.
or bring in some old stuff. Um, but I try to stay away, as you know, from the news. I'm not really
Yeah.
listening to the news or anything. So I'm trying to see other things. And I'm in my car a lot. So there's something to be said for having a plan and having snacks. Snacks are good in the car.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Something. Yep. So if you're feeling a little bit hungry, you have something to snack on. I think those are all great ideas. So if you find your commute to be somewhat stressful, think of things to have in the car to alleviate that. One of which would be food,
Yeah. Little
an
snacks.
energy drink. If it's going to be later when you're sleepy, yeah, just different that
You know that that
yeah,
that
having
bewitching hour after 3 o'clock when you're
yeah.
hungry and you're tired. Yeah. I always get these little bags of nuts
Mm-hmm.
from Trader Joe's and I keep those in my car. And then I have those because
Yeah.
if I get hungry, then I'll snack on that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you can't really keep, I mean, it's not cold unless you have like a cooler or something in your car,
Yeah.
but which I used to do because it was like I was living in my car a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have all my little snacks when I was really focused on eating, well, healthy. Now I just won't eat anything till I get home. So it's maybe not the best, but
And of course, now everybody should be listening to Christmas music,
mhm.
because it just brings you nothing but,
You were listening to
warm.
it before Christmas, long before the Christmas season.
Yeah, a little bit before, which a couple weeks actually. Yeah, before.
My friend Dawn Cleasy Clay, she starts listening to it in freaking October.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
she's
whoa.
hard. This is the Disney adult. She's a
Uh,
Disney adult.
okay.
Yeah, she's one
Hardcore.
of those. She's hardcore, but she
Mhm.
will not apologize. She will tell you, "Nope, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm listening to it." And I'm like, she's always in a good mood though, so
Yeah,
there's
well,
that.
there you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
So, just some takeaways, you guys, knowing that we're going to be dealing with parking lots at the malls and you're going to be sharking for parking spots and people are going to take them and you have to just take a deep breath and go, it's not the end of the world. I mean, obviously, be assertive when you need to be, but it's not the end of the world. It's a stupid parking spot. There's going
Yeah,
to be another one.
yeah.
There'll be plenty. It's a mall.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
really trying to step away from just getting angry about stuff because it doesn't help you in any
Mhm.
way.
Today, do something intentional every single day. Today, I let somebody go in front of me so they could turn right at the light, even though they had the longest time to try and get over, instead of waiting till the last minute and passing all the
Hmm.
traffic, which irritates me every single morning in
Hmm.
this one particular place. But I was like, go ahead. I ushered them in front of me and said, go ahead and turn the corner, even though you should have done it a long time ago.
Hmm.
But yeah, do
It's
something
like, I
intentionally
know,
nice.
I know you're an asshole that has been kind of scaling this line right next to the exit only line, and you're going to sneak right in there up ahead of me. I know
Mm,
that's going to happen, but you know what? It's one car. I
yeah.
may not. Do you ever notice, like, in when you're on those exit lanes or whatever, people just like they just have no idea. They have no peripheral vision whatsoever. None. They don't. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there was someone right next. Oh,
What?
I didn't know they wanted to get
Yeah.
in. My gosh, so my
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah, I know.
And that's when you kind of put your little nose in and kind of wave, put the nose in a little further, wave some more, let them flip you off, wave some more.
I'm a very observant driver, though. I pay attention. Like when I go to work, I know which lane I need to be in. I know which one moves because of people turning or that are going to turn. I know where the
Mhm.
backups get. I don't know that everybody is. I'm not saying I'm an amazing driver, but I just don't know that all drivers are as aware and pay as
Mhm.
much attention,
I think
So,
it's commuting too, and like
yeah.
the airport. Like
Mhm.
that's a whole nother topic. But like when you get to
Yeah.
the airport and going through the security lines and waiting and waiting and waiting, which is something I really have a hard time with anyway. I'm just
Yeah.
call me entitled. I don't care, but I
Mhm.
don't like to wait.
Yeah.
So I'll be the girl that pays the extra money to go in the carpool lane by myself. I will. So I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the takeaways that I have. Do you have any for people?
Just to do something intentionally nice every day when it comes to somebody on the road,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that might be, and get your little list of things that you're going to prepare yourself for in the car, whether it's what podcast you're going to listen to, what music you're going to listen to, nice music, not heavy
Mm-hmm.
metal that will put you in a road
That
rage
might relax some
and
people.
make heavy metal.
Uh, It might. It doesn't relax
Okay,
me.
doesn't relax me. But
No.
snacks, podcasts, and music. I think those are
Yeah.
three good takeaways. And doing something intentionally nice every day.
And if you can talk on the phone as long as you have Bluetooth.
Yeah. Hands free, everybody. Hands free.
Yeah. So
So
Michelle, we're out on the socials, aren't we?
we are out on the socials. And thank you, everybody, for the downloads. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and
TikTok.
TikTok. And go to YouTube. We're on the YouTube now. You're going to be able to watch our episodes. We're out there.
We're on the YouTube.
The YouTube. Go check us out on the YouTube. We are out there.
Anyway, we are out there and we appreciate everybody listening. And we're just doing just a short little silly one today because we thought, you know what? People just need to chill out a little bit.
Road rage is not silly.
Well, people can be silly and they can be mean and they can be very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it when you get home. Do it when you get home. All right. On that note, thanks again, guys, and we'll chat with you next week.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye.